Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again this evening in beautiful Riverside Park for our second concert of the 2023 season. I am Steve Jones, Board President of Watertown Municipal Band. We are excited this evening to have guests, our neighbors, the Lebanon Band. They will be playing the second half of the concert tonight. We are looking forward to hearing their music and at least one polka. You got us covered? Our portion of this evening's program will focus on celebrating our country. Having celebrated Independence Day just 1 week ago, we wanted to pay tribute to our traditions, acknowledge the freedoms we all enjoy daily, and remember the sacrifice of those who made it possible. I now turn to the stage over to the band under the direction of Mrs. Teresa Yankee A. Stryker. Please rise as you are able, remove your hats to join in singing our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
They think so highly of you. Two of our nation's most beloved hymns are combined in this arrangement by James D. Ployer entitled A Nation's Prayer. God of Our Fathers was written in 1876 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the United States Declaration of Independence. Before that, in 1861, abolitionist writer Julia Ward Howe linked the Union Army's cause with God's judgment in the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Both of these hymns capture the spirit of this country and the appeal to the patriotic fervor that is in the heart of every responsible citizen. This piece is a tribute to those who have served and to those who continue to serve this nation in time of conflict. piece, An American Songbook, is an arrangement by Clifton Jameson Jones of familiar patriotic tunes with a slightly different approach. The melodies are all immediately recognizable, but the composer gives each tune a different treatment while still maintaining each tune's integrity. You will hear My Country 'Tis of Thee, which changes meter and harmony along the way. Yankee Doodle wanders into the wrong key. Chester gets a quirky lilt with some odd meter changes, and the beautiful melody America closes the piece with a lush and flowing texture. Please enjoy An American Songbook. Considered a standard in U.S. march repertoire, the National Emblem March was written in 1902 by Edwin Eugene Bagley. He composed the march during a train tour with his family band, but became frustrated with the ending and he threw it away. Members of the band retrieved it and secretly rehearsed it. Imagine Bagley's surprise when they informed him minutes before the concert that they would perform it. It became the most famous of his marches, even earning the attention of John Philip Sousa. An interesting thing to listen for, the melody in the low brass in the first strain includes the first 12 notes of the Star Spangled Banner. This heroic and haunting music was composed by well-known film composer Michael Kamen as the theme for the 2001 HBO miniseries Band of Brothers. The series dramatizes the history of Easy Company from jump training in the U.S. through its participation in some major actions in Europe, including Normandy and the invasion of Germany, up until Japan's surrender and the end of World War II. The music is a sweeping and diverse score that encompasses lovely soaring ballads as well as driving, intense splashes of sound. It's a simply stunning setting that reflects the emotions and events of the series. This is Band of Brothers. selection tonight, before we hand the spotlight over to our guests, is the Stars and Stripes Forever March by John Philip Sousa. Sousa, known as the March King, composed this march on Christmas Day in 1896 while on an ocean liner returning home to the U.S. from a vacation in Europe. In 1987, an act of Congress made this piece the official march of the United States. We want to invite you to attend our next concert, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, July 12th at 7:30 at the Lebanon Firemen's Park. Following this piece, please allow for a brief time of transition before we continue the program with the Lebanon Band.
Hello, Watertown. We are the Lebanon Band and are normally play our concerts out at Lebanon Fireman's Park, just about 8 miles down the road. Take 4th Street out, you can't keep going. We're excited to be with you tonight to share the stage with Watertown Municipal Band. Thank you to both band boards for considering this joint venture. We are under the direction of Dave Fensky and guest director Betty Brown from the flute section. I am Kathy Fortledge and will be your MC for our half of the program. Our band is known for playing marches, polkas, waltzes, patriotic songs, and show tunes. Many of our great patriotic music compositions were written during or after wars our country was involved in. Our first song, Battle Hymn Epic, comes from the Civil War. Mrs. Julia Ward wrote the Battle Hymn of the Republic on November 19, 1861, the day after she attended a review of the troops. Because of sudden enemy movement, the review was discontinued, forcing all civilians to return home. Faced with a long and tedious carriage ride, Mrs. Howe and her companions began to sing snippets of Army songs, including John Brown's Body Lies a Moldering in the Ground. After retiring that night, Mrs. Howe awoke in the gray twilight as poetic words spun themselves into meaningful words. Battle Hymn Epic depicts Mrs. Howe's experience and commemorates those who fought and died to preserve our Union. Here is Battle Hymn Epic by Timothy Loest. patriotic number, This Is My Country, was composed in 1940 by the popular songwriters Don Ray and Al Jacobs. Ray, who was born Donald McRae Wilhoit Jr., I changed my name too, was born in Washington, D.C. in 1906. He changed his name to Don Ray when he went into vaudeville. A talented dancer, Ray shifted his focus from dancing to composing as he began to write songs for his routine. Al Jacobs was born in 1903 in San Francisco, California, and started composing songs when he was 13 years old. He supported himself by giving vocal, guitar, and dance lessons as he developed into a successful songwriter. Jacobs wrote the lyrics and asked Ray to write the music in 1940. The group, Fred Waring and his Pennsylvanians, popularized This Is My Country in 1942 after a recording session with Decca Records. Over the years, many popular recordings were made by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, Tennessee Ernie Ford, and Patti LaBelle. Here is the patriotic This Is My Country, lyrics by Don Ray and music by Al Jacobs, arranged by Johnny Vinson. Our next song, You're a Grand Old Flag, was written in 1906 by George M. Cohen for George Washington Jr., his stage musical. The lyrics originally were She's a Grand Old Rag, taken from a quote by a Civil War veteran that Cohen had noticed. The vet held a carefully folded but ragged old flag. Cohen used that line in his original version of the song, but so many objected to calling the flag a rag that Cohen changed the lyrics. After the first performance in Cohen's play, You're a Grand Old Flag quickly became the first song from a musical to sell over 1 million copies of sheet music. In this version, by Peter Reynolds, we will play through the song once. Feel free to sing along with us the second time through. Here is You're a Grand Old Flag by George M. Cohen. polka time. She requested we play a polka. Lebanon Band is known for marches, polkas, and waltzes. And to celebrate our nation's birthday last week, here is the 4th of July polka by John O'Neill. This polka was written for a July 4th concert by the Reno Philharmonic in 1993. The composition has been programmed nearly every year since, and the audience joins along in a festive dance on encore performances of the joyous work. We're not going to do an encore, but feel free to get up and grab your dancing partner. Here is the 4th of July polka. Now that we're done poking, up next is a long-lost march written by one of our favorite march composers, Carl King. Salute to the Colors was originally published for piano solo by Bert Anthony, a most unusual background for Carl King music. In 1922, an Eastern publishing company produced a quick-step sized edition for band, arranged by Carl King. Curiously, it was not King's own publishing company or Barnhouse, which King also had a relationship with. Carl King made the quick-step edition his own, with a tuneful melody accompanied by harmony, and of course, flowing baritone counter melodies. Here is the toe-tapping Salute to the Colors, original piano version by Bert Anthony, band version by Carl King, and arranged by Andrew Glover. We're going to focus next on another March King, John Philip Sousa, with the medley Sousa Classics. John Philip Sousa was born in Washington, D.C. on November 6, 1854. Sousa ranks among the most famous American composers and conductors, achieving immortality as the March King, composing more great marches than perhaps any composer in the history of music. Sousa was the leader of the U.S. Marine Band from 1880 until 1892. After leaving the Marine Band, he formed his own band to tour the world. Sousa Classics features El Capitan, the Liberty Bell, the Washington Post March, and the Stars and Stripes Forever, 4 trio sections of Sousa's greatest marches. Enjoy Sousa Classics by John Philip Sousa, arranged by Victor Lopez. Thank you to Teresa A. Stryker and the Watertown Municipal Band for sharing the stage with us tonight. It was a fun night. Thank you for attending. We hope you enjoyed it and stayed cool. You can follow us on Facebook, Lebanon Band, or Friends of Lebanon Band page, or watch in the Daily Times for updates. Tomorrow evening, you can join us for another concert with the Watertown Municipal Band out at Lebanon Fireman's Park at 7:30 p.m. If you don't know where, just take 4th Street, keep going. You'll find it. We will continue the season with a July 26th concert at Marquardt, and then accompanying hymns for our annual church service during the Lebanon Firemen's Picnic on July 30th at 10 a.m., followed by a concert from 1 to 3 p.m., and our final park concert on August 9th. We're going to close the concert with our traditional Lebanon Band ending. First, the patriotic God Bless America by Irving Berlin. Please join us in singing the second verse. We will then conclude with a final number, our traditional March Jubiloso. Thank you for coming, and thank you again to the Watertown Municipal Band and Teresa A. Stryker for letting us come and play here in Watertown. Thank you.
Thank you.